Deep beneath the shining blue waves, far away from the human world, there existed a magical underwater kingdom called Luminara Reef. This ocean world was a spectacle of light and life, bright, colorful, and teeming with wonder. Imagine coral castles shimmering with all the colors of a rainbow, and glowing jellyfish floating gently by like living lanterns. Schools of silverfish danced together in perfect, shimmering harmony. At the very heart of this kingdom lived Princess Marina, a young and beautiful mermaid princess. She had long, flowing aqua-blue hair that moved like soft waves in the current, and big, sparkling eyes that were full of kindness. Her tail, a shimmering pearl pink, would glow with a soft light whenever she felt strong emotions. Princess Marina was loved by every creature of the sea, not just because she was royal, but because her heart was pure and her spirit was brave. Marina was not yet the queen. She was still learning the sacred duties of protecting her people. She was guided by her mother, the wise sea queen, and her father, the powerful guardian of the reefs. Marina loved to explore her home. She would often swim through the vast ocean, talking to dolphins, helping injured fish, and singing soft melodies that seemed to magically heal the coral reefs. To her, the entire ocean was one big, interconnected family. But one peaceful morning, while Marina was swimming near the outer reef, she noticed something strange. The water felt heavy, almost suffocating, and the fish were swimming away in a panic. A sense of dread filled the water. Suddenly, dark, ominous shadows appeared on the ocean's surface. Loud, clanking metal noises echoed through the water, a sound alien and terrifying to the inhabitants of Luminara Reef. Human fishing ships had entered their sacred waters. It was a violation they had never experienced before. Huge, menacing nets fell from above, like dark curtains of doom. They trapped everything in their path: fish, turtles, and even tiny baby seahorses. Their small bodies tangled in the unforgiving mesh. The beautiful coral reefs, the foundation of their world, began to break and crumble under the assault. Slowly, the clear, vibrant water turned cloudy and gray with debris. Princess Marina's heart raced with fear and a rising sense of duty. This was the first time humans had ever come so close to Luminara Reef. She rushed back to the mermaid city, her tail beating frantically against the current. When she arrived, panic had already spread like a dark tide. Young mermaids were crying, their tears lost in the salt water. The elders looked on with deep worry, their faces etched with the memory of ancient warnings. Sea creatures were hiding in any crevice they could find. Seeing the fear in her people's eyes, Marina knew she had to act. She gathered the mermaids together, her voice ringing with a courage she didn't know she possessed. "We cannot fight them with anger," she declared, her voice firm. "That will only bring more destruction. We must protect our ocean with wisdom and with unity." Princess Marina volunteered to lead the rescue mission herself. She was joined by her closest friends: Luna, a gentle mermaid with healing abilities; Coral, a brave warrior mermaid with a spirit of fire; and Finn, a playful and clever dolphin who knew every secret current of the reef. Together they swam toward the danger, a small beacon of hope against a growing darkness. As they reached the trapped area, the scene was devastating. Marina saw mermaid families struggling desperately to save their loved ones from the nets. Without a moment of hesitation, she swam directly into the tangled chaos. She pulled out her enchanted shell blade, a gift from her father, and began to carefully cut the nets open, freeing the trapped creatures one by one. Luna followed closely behind, using her gentle magic to heal the injured fish. Coral stood guard, her sharp eyes watching for sharp hooks and other dangers, while Finn zipped through the water, guiding the freed sea creatures to safety. But the humans above noticed the strange movements under the water. In response, they dropped even stronger nets, woven with metal fibers, and turned on loud, sonar-like machines that sent terrifying vibrations through the sea. The ocean itself seemed to tremble in fear. The creatures scattered, disoriented and scared. Seeing her friends and her people in peril, Princess Marina closed her eyes. She pushed away her fear and remembered the ancient ocean song taught by her mother, a magical melody passed down through generations of sea queens, a song of power, of life, and of the ocean's very soul. She began to sing. Her voice was soft at first, a gentle whisper against the chaos. But then, it grew stronger, more powerful, resonating through the water. The sea itself began to react. The water around her started to glow with an ethereal light. The coral reefs, once broken and dull, lit up with vibrant colors. The waves on the surface grew stronger, and the ocean currents began to shift. A gentle but mighty current rose from the depths, guided by Marina's song. It began to push the heavy fishing nets away from the reef, untangling them from the delicate coral. The same current then wrapped around the human ships, pulling them slowly but surely back toward the open sea. away from the sacred waters of Luminara. The humans on board were confused and frightened by this sudden, inexplicable change. The sea, which they sought to conquer, was now pushing them away with a will of its own. Unwilling to fight against such a strange and powerful force, they decided to leave the area. Their ships slowly disappeared over the horizon, their dark shadows finally gone. Silence returned, a peaceful, blessed silence. The ocean was safe once more. The mermaids and sea creatures erupted in cheers. They surrounded Marina, their eyes full of gratitude and awe. The reefs, bathed in the lingering magical light, slowly began to heal. Though exhausted, Princess Marina smiled with a profound sense of relief. She had protected her people, not with hatred or violence, but with love for the sea and the courage to use her unique gifts. Back in Luminara Reef, a beautiful celebration was held to honor their princess. Glowing pearls floated through the water like stars, and mermaids danced joyfully, their songs of gratitude echoing through the city. The Sea Queen hugged Marina tightly, her eyes shining with pride. "Today," she said, her voice filled with emotion, "you proved you are not just a princess by title, but a true protector by heart." Princess Marina looked at her ocean family, all of them safe and sound, and made a promise to them and to herself. "As long as I breathe, as long as I live, I will protect our sea." From that day on, Marina became more than a princess. She became a symbol of hope for all of Luminara Reef. She continued to teach the young mermaids how to care for the ocean, how to respect every form of life, and how true courage always comes from kindness. And so, deep under the waves, in the glowing kingdom of Luminara Reef, the ocean lived peacefully, once more protected by a brave mermaid princess, whose love for her world was, and always would be, stronger than any storm. Thank you for joining us on this underwater adventure. If you loved Marina's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more magical tales from our channel. See you next time.